Hey Cowboys Nation, welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analysis, rumors to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL world is buzzing with one of the biggest bombshells of this offseason. Ezekiel Elliott has finally broken his silence, and folks, he did not hold back. That's right. After months, maybe even years of holding it all in, Zeke decided it was time to set the record straight, and in doing so, he absolutely lit up the Dallas Cowboys organization. The rumor mill is in overdrive right now. Fans, analysts, insiders, everyone's dissecting every word, every pause, every breath from Zeke's latest interview. And let me tell you, it's not just your typical player venting after leaving a team. No, this feels personal. The kind of personal that could shake locker rooms, front offices, and fan bases alike. Was this all brewing beneath the surface since his release? Did he feel betrayed? Today we're diving deep into all of that and more. So what exactly did Ezekiel Elliott say that has everyone losing their minds? Well, according to multiple reports, and let's be honest, some of these sources are a little bit shady, but others very credible. Zeke aired his frustrations about how the Cowboys handled his exit. In his words, he felt disrespected by the way the organization seemingly turned a page on him without so much as a heartfelt goodbye. And look, we all know the NFL is a business, but when it comes to franchise players, faces of the team, like Zeke was, there's an expectation of loyalty, or at least a proper send-off. Instead, Elliott reportedly described his release as cold and calculated, implying that the front office didn't even attempt to restructure his contract or find a way to keep him in Dallas. Oof, that's heavy. And it gets even more intense. Sources close to Elliott claim that he was particularly upset with how head coach Mike McCarthy and owner Jerry Jones handled the situation. Allegedly, Zeke believed he had a strong relationship with both men. But when push came to shove, according to these reports, neither of them personally reached out to explain the decision. Instead, he found out about his release through his agent and social media. Talk about a gut punch. Imagine giving your heart and soul to a franchise for 7 years, leading the league in rushing, playing through injuries, and then radio silence when they cut you loose. That's exactly the narrative Zeke is reportedly pushing right now. And honestly, you can't help but feel for the guy. But hold on, it doesn't stop there. Insiders say that Elliott also took shots at the Cowboys' overall culture and leadership. In this supposed candid interview, Zeke allegedly described the organization as stuck in the past and unwilling to adapt to modern offensive strategies. He's believed to have expressed frustration over how the team utilized him during his final seasons in Dallas, claiming that the play calling didn't maximize his strengths. If this is true, it's a direct shot at offensive coordinator Kellen Moore, who was in charge for much of that time. Elliott supposedly insinuated that the Cowboys mismanaged his workload, leading to unnecessary wear and tear on his body and ultimately shortening his prime years. These are serious accusations, folks. Now, before we get too carried away, let's remember, none of this has been officially confirmed by Zeke himself on his social media channels. But the whispers are getting louder, and multiple journalists with solid track records are standing by these reports. And when you think about it, it makes sense. Zeke has been largely quiet since leaving Dallas, signing a low-risk one-year deal with the Patriots, where he took on more of a backup role, behind Ramondre Stevenson. But you just knew that at some point he'd have something to say about his unceremonious exit from the team that drafted him 4th overall back in 2016. And now that he's finally talking, the NFL media world is hanging on every word. The reaction around the league has been mixed. Some former players have come out in support of Elliott, agreeing that the Cowboys did him dirty. They've echoed sentiments that Dallas, as a franchise, has a history of moving on from their stars a bit too coldly. Remember how things ended with Dez Bryant and DeMarcus Ware. But on the other hand, there are analysts and fans saying, come on, Zeke, it's the nature of the business. Running backs, especially in today's NFL, have a notoriously short shelf life, and with his production dipping over the past couple of seasons, Dallas made a decision that they felt was best for the team. It's a classic case of emotion versus Business, loyalty versus pragmatism. Interestingly enough, there's even some speculation that Elliott's comments might be a calculated move to set the stage for a potential return to Dallas in the future. Now, I know that sounds wild given how scorched earth these alleged remarks are, but hear me out. Players vent, teams move on, but bridges can be rebuilt. Just look at how things played out with players like LaShawn McCoy and the Eagles, or even Marshawn Lynch and the Seahawks. The NFL is filled with these love-hate reunions. Some insiders think that by voicing his frustrations, Zeke is actually forcing the Cowboys' leadership to publicly address how things went down, maybe even apologize, paving the way for some kind of reconciliation down the line. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. On the flip side, there are those who believe that Elliott's words have all but guaranteed that he'll never wear a Cowboys jersey again. They argue that the comments, especially if they did indeed include calling the organization stuck in the past, could be viewed as burning the bridge entirely. After all, Jerry Jones is not exactly known for welcoming criticism from former players, and the Cowboys have a long tradition of protecting their brand image. If Zeke's goal was to make peace, these reports aren't exactly helping. But if his aim was to finally get things off his chest and move forward unburdened, then mission accomplished. Either way, this situation has layers, and the drama is just getting started. What makes this whole scenario even more fascinating is how it ties into the broader conversation about the running back position in the NFL. Zeke's alleged comments about being overused and mismanaged are resonating deeply with other players at his position. We've seen the backlash over how RBs are devalued in free agency, how teams hesitate to offer big second contracts, and now here's Ezekiel Elliott, once the poster child for paying a running back, seemingly saying, "Look what happened to me." It adds fuel to a conversation that's been raging all offseason and shows no signs of stopping. If nothing else, Elliott's words are amplifying a message that many running backs have been shouting from the rooftops for years. At the end of the day, only one thing is certain. Ezekiel Elliott's rumored comments have reignited a firestorm of debate about loyalty, respect, and business in professional sports. Whether you believe he was wronged by the Cowboys or think he should have expected this outcome given the nature of the NFL, one thing's for sure. This story isn't going away anytime soon. Fans are divided, the media is eating it up, and the Cowboys, as usual, are at the center of the storm. As for Zeke, well, whether or not he ever officially confirms these remarks, he's already made one thing abundantly clear through his actions and career choices. He's moving forward. But he's not forgetting how it all ended in Dallas. And there you have it, folks. The latest, juiciest rumor straight out of the NFL grapevine, Ezekiel Elliott allegedly blasting the Dallas Cowboys in a way that could reshape how we remember his time in Big D. Will this lead to a full-blown media war between player and franchise? Or will cooler heads prevail and both sides quietly move on? Only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, we'll be right here covering every twist and turn, breaking it all down for you as it happens. If you're as intrigued by this story as we are, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think the Cowboys did Zeke dirty, or was it just business as usual? Let's get the conversation going. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.